The Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site has really done some very innovative programs recently, and all of that to get people more engaged in civics and to understand their government and be participatory. And so this house has become very active. And I think it's important that other presidential homes do the same thing around the country. And if we can get all of them, or the majority of them, to really focus on how do we educate our children to be good citizens within the country and understand those founding documents, we'll be in a much better place. And so it's important to continue to do that. So getting the other presidential sites to step into those types of programs, I think, is important. And Charlie's the one to do it.
So we're so excited today to be able to partner with Foundation Forward on the dedication of the Charters of Freedom. So it felt especially appropriate on this Flag Day to be able to dedicate the Charters of Freedom. Benjamin Harrison, of course, was the president as centennial president, so 100 years after George Washington, that called for the American flag to be flown in front of schools and public buildings. So that tradition harkens back to Benjamin Harrison and his administration. He also was the president that asked that the Pledge of Allegiance be used in schools. So these two grand American traditions harken back to the 23rd President of the United States, Benjamin Harrison.
Now, this is brand new, obviously, and it's a part of a beautiful enhancement that we've done here for the Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site, and I know that the school children will really enjoy it. This is an opportunity that we haven't had before at this site to see what they could do here and how we could really make the Presidential Site a true gem for Indiana, and one that people will come to even more than what they have in the past. So I think these are a big part of it, and a big educational part as well.
Now, Benjamin Harrison, the president, his great-grandfather was a signer of the Declaration of Independence. So there's also an especially appropriate setting to have both the great-grandfather and the Declaration of Independence, and then his great-grandson going on to become 23rd President of the United States.
This is their core. I mean, they see a need here, and they have a great love for our country and for the principles on which our country is built to be able to continue.
So the mission of the Benjamin Harrison Presidential Site is to increase public participation in the American system of self-government. And so it's so important for us to be able to find those ways in which we can share, certainly as stewards of the home of an American president, the artifacts, the things that surrounded and made that life of an American president. But we feel like just as importantly to surround ourselves with those elements of our American history that speak to who we are, where we came from, and where we're going. It's where it was so important to us as we were looking at being able to incorporate founding documents here in our Old Glory, New Vision campaign, that we found Foundation Forward and saw the excellent work that they're doing across communities across the United States. So it was a natural thing to partner.
You are definitely empowered when you educate and understand and have the knowledge of why things happen. You can act on that. Then you can be proud and you can understand what your role needs to be once you have that education. But if these Charters of Freedom are never read, if children never understand what they mean and the principles behind them and how our government operates, they'll never be able to participate and to understand how they do it. And that participation, that ability to do that, is true empowerment.
So what better way than to know your own system of self-government, to be an active participant in that system of self-government.
So children, veterans, and all citizens, I give you your Charters of Freedom.